Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a keychain or a key ring. Here it is. It looks like this here. And for this one, I've used my 100% cotton yarn, and for this one, I've used my this 2.5 mm of the hook. Here it is. So let's begin. So here it is. We will start with our magic circle. And for the magic circle, we are going to have about 4 to 5 rounds. And I'm going to use my this finger as a measure. So here it is. I'm just going to have my this yarn like this, and I'm going to have about 4 to 5 rounds in here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, something like this. And take out your this yarn from your finger, insert your hook here and grab your yarn. Here it is. And now chain 1 here. This is your magic circle. And we're going to need a little bit thicker of this magic circle. So that's why we have got our this 4 to 5 rounds. Here, have this chain 1. And now, here I'm going to have 14, 1, 4 single crochets on my this magic circle or on my this ring. So here it is. This chain 1 will not count as a stitch. I'm not going to count this chain 1 as a stitch. Now insert your hook into this ring. Here, grab your yarn. You're going to have 2 loops. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and this is your first single crochet. And remember, we are going to have 14 single crochets here for this round number 1. So again, I'm going to insert my hook into my this ring, and we'll grab the yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. That's going to be our second single crochet. And now keep on having your single crochets, and as I said, I'm going to have 14 single crochets here. 1, 4 and 14. So here it is. I've got my this 14 single crochets here like this. And now I'll just insert my hook into my this first single crochet. So this is my first single crochet. I will insert my hook into the back loop of my this first single crochet. So insert your hook into the back loop of your this first single crochet. This is your first single crochet. Remember, this one is your chain 1. This is not a stitch. This is our chain 1. This is our first single crochet. Now if you think that you might will forget which is your first single crochet, you can have a stitch marker in here. Sorry, I forgot to tell you in the beginning. You can have a stitch marker here if you think you are going to forget which is your first stitch, or you can count backward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can count your stitches and you can go in here. This is your first single crochet. Now here, to finish my this round number 1, I will insert my hook into the back loop of my this first single crochet. So insert your hook into the back loop here, grab your yarn and have 1 slip stitch. Here it is. And this is the end of my this round number 1. Now I will chain up 1. So chain up 1. And now here on my this first stitch, I will have 2 double crochets, and I'm going to have my both double crochets as back loop double crochets. So here it is. Have this chain 1, yarn over. Again, insert your hook into the back loop of your this stitch, first stitch. Here it is. Grab your yarn. You're going to have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. This is your first double crochet. Again, yarn over and insert your hook into that same stitch, stitch number 1 here. Grab your yarn. You're going to have 3 loops in your hook. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Here it is. We got over this first 2 double crochets back loop only into over this first stitch. And now we will repeat over this pattern all the way around on over this round number 2. So again, I will go to the second stitch. This is my stitch number 2. Again, I will go to the back loop. Here it is. This is the back loop. And I'm going to have my another 2 double crochets back loop only. So again, yarn over and insert your hook into this second stitch, into the back loop of your the second stitch. Grab your yarn and have your 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet. Again, yarn over, go to this stitch number 3, insert your hook into the back loop of your this stitch number 3. Grab your yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. This is your first double crochet. And again, yarn over and go to that same stitch, insert your hook, grab your yarn. You're going to have 3 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Here it is. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around on your this round, round number 2, and here this is your last stitch. By the end you're going to have 28 double crochets back loop only, and I will meet you here at my this last stitch. And here it is. I've got my this 28 double crochets all back loop only. Here it looks like this. Here it is. And now we can cut this yarn if you want. Just gonna cut this in here. Here it is. So we got over this 28 double crochets back loop only, and now this is our slip stitch, and we are going to count this slip stitch as our one stitch. So this is our slip stitch. Remember, we had our this slip stitch when we were closing up over this round number 1. So this is our slip stitch. I'm going to take this slip stitch as well, and I will have another 2 double crochets at the back loop of my this slip stitch. So here it is. Yarn over and go to the slip stitch, insert your hook into the back loop of your this slip stitch here like this, grab a yarn and have another 2 double crochets here. So that's 29 and 30th double crochet back loop only, and here we got our this 30 double crochets back loop only. Remember, our last 2 stitches, last 2 double crochets back loop only, we got our on this slip stitch from our this previous round, round number 1. Here it is, and it looks like this. And now we will insert our hook into the back loop of our this first stitch. So this is our first stitch. Insert your hook into the back loop of your this first stitch here, yarn over and grab a yarn and have a slip stitch here. And that's how we will finish our this round, round number 2. Here it looks like this. And now here you can cut your yarn. So here it is. I've already got my this first part ready here, and I've got my 2 rounds in here. And now to make this part, you can cut your yarn and you can hide your end. Here it is. So simply just cut your yarn, secure this last stitch and hide your yarn if you want. And here it is. Now have second part just like this here, and now we can attach our this 2 parts together here. So this is the front side. Always remember, this is the front side and this is the front side. Have your this back sides in here like this. Have your this slip stitch, chain 1. Now again insert your hook into the back loop of your this first stitch here like this again, and go at the back and insert your hook into the back loop of your this back part as well. So here it is. You can say this as your front loop here because it will come in the front, but if you will turn your work, it will be at the back. So whatever you want to call it, you want to call it as a back loop or you want to call it as a front loop, totally optional. But here it is. I will take back loop hooks here on both the sides. So while attaching my this entire work, I will use this back loops on both the sides. So here it is. It looks like this. So here on this side, I've got my this back loop. Here again on my the second side, I've got my this back loop. Here it is. And now yarn over, pull your yarn and have one slip stitch here. So this is your slip stitch and chain 1, and this is your first stitch. Again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook into the back loop of your this front part, go to the back part, insert your hook into the back loop of your this second part, your back part here like this, yarn over, grab your yarn and have one slip stitch and chain 1. Again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook into the back loop, go to this next part, insert your hook into the back loop here, yarn over, pull your yarn through all your loops, have a slip stitch and chain 1. Here it is. And now we will repeat over this pattern, 1 slip stitch and 1 chain 1 on each stitch all the way around until here. So we're going to have our 30 stitches like this. So again, go to this next stitch, insert your hook into the back loop, go to the second part, insert your hook into the back loop of your this next stitch here, yarn over, pull your yarn, have 1 slip stitch and chain 1. Keep on repeating this pattern, 1 slip stitch and 1 chain 1. Keep on attaching your this both the sides, and I will meet you at the end with my 30 stitches. So I'm going to meet you here. And here it is. I've got my this 30 stitches here, and this is my slip stitch. Remember, I haven't finished my this stitch. I've got only slip stitch here on my this 30th stitch, and I've left with my chain one. I haven't completed my chain one here, so just have a slip stitch here on your this stitch number 30. Here it is. It looks like this. I've attached both the sides here, and now we will create our this loop. Now you can adjust the size of the loop. Here it is. I'm gonna have chain 25, but if you want to adjust the size, you can just adjust the size as per the chains. So here it is. We are just gonna have 25 chains here. I'm gonna have 25 chains here. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 and 25. Here it is. I've got my this 25 chains, and I will insert my hook again into my the same stitch here, and we'll yarn over, grab the yarn, and we'll have another slip stitch here, and that's how we will create our this loop in here. Here it is. Cut your yarn, secure this last stitch, and now I will hide my this ending, and I'll meet you after that. And here it is. Our keychain is ready, and it looks like this. Here it is. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share, and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.